What's happening? What's cracking? We about to get into this reaction. This is your boy, Who Is Q, aka Who Is Quincy on Backyard TV. Go like, comment, subscribe right now. Right now. Right now. You already here? Matter of fact, it only takes you 5 or 10 seconds. Matter of fact, hit the notification bell as well to stay updated with all the videos that's going to continue coming. They're going to continue coming. Matter of fact, I'm going to show you where to go. Hit the browser or your YouTube app. Look for Who Is Q. Subscribe right here. Hit the notification bell and the like bell as well. I mean, don't be no hater. Don't be no hater because nobody likes no haters. Nobody likes any haters at all because they could, you know. But we about to get into this video of Adam22 responding to the allegations and accusations of him outing his homeboy, his employee, house phone. Main thing is his homeboy. They been together for like 8 years since day one of the No Jumper story. I mean, if that's true, that's whack. That's whack. You don't out nobody on your own channel. You don't out nobody. I mean, that's crazy. That's crazy. But we about to get into this video and see what's actually going on and what he has to say and his explanation on it. We ain't doing 26 minutes. Wow, this clip is, that's not a clip. That's almost a whole podcast. But let's go.
Everybody knows why I'm here, why I'm on the news today is because there's been a lot of stuff, a lot of narratives, really. It's a popular word on No Jumper, but there's been a lot of narratives put out there that I feel like are very, very disconnected, no pun intended, from reality. And here comes Poetic Flacco.
Let's look completely different. He done grew the beard out. He look completely different.
Oh, he's got to put on socks.
He got them Cartiers on. I think them Cartiers.
Okay.
How your feet look, Flacco? Disgusting.
So I'm going to tell this tale from the beginning. So I'm at the AVN Awards, and I'm approached by a trans performer because she's friends with my friend, Nicolette Shea, who I've interviewed previously, porn star. And, she's got a little mob of trans performers around her, and we have a little exchange on camera, and it's kind of funny, whatever. And we reacted to it, or we talked about it on Sledge Lords, and there was an Instagram reel posted as a result, and the trans performer in particular, Gracie Jane, she came on in the comment section and started commenting, and she didn't take like full offense to it, but she wasn't 100% happy with, I guess, the way that we were joking around. And she said, and so me and Danny right away were like, oh, this could be really good content. We should have her on the podcast, right? So
how are you joking around?
Stop the cat.
Joking around with her?
Yeah, like what was she upset about?
Well, she said that she wanted to S my beat, and I was basically. I can't even remember what we said on Sledge Lords that she like took offense to, but it was just like, whatever. We're like,
oh, he got them J's. Them J's hard though. I rock with them J's right there.
That Instagram
that Let's got on.
That said,
Bluetooth disconnected.
Ask house phone
Bluetooth connected.
Ha 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 ha, or some shit like that. And you'll remember, Lush, that I sent it to the group chat, and it was just like, what the fuck is this? And so house phone just denied it right away. He's just like, what the hell? He acknowledged that he knew this person, but said, no, nothing like that. And I'm like, oh, okay, whatever.
He was like, we made a song together, but that's it.
Right. Yeah, she was in the studio or whatever. And okay, so I take his word for it. Fine.
She be in the studio.
Podcast. Me, David Mullen.
I ain't never heard of him. I mean, I'm not familiar with that type of
that comment that she left.
That type of stuff.
And we're having the conversation, and it becomes obvious pretty quickly that she's intent on continuing to talk about this house phone thing.
That's whack.
Now,
that's whack.
This was kind of weird for me, and I even let her know during the podcast, like, we're going to have to edit this stuff out, right? Like this is just weird. Like, I can't expose my fucking co-host on the podcast or whatever if he doesn't want this information out there. And you got to put yourself in the shoes of a trans person for a second and think about how they take that, because from their perspective, they are a woman, and nobody should be ashamed of spending time with them or whatever. And so she like pretty much immediately really.
I don't know. I mean, well, I ain't gonna keep
really
my mouth closed. I ain't trying to get canceled before I even make it in.
Right? So we have a whole little huddle afterwards because there were a few of the different like editors and employees in the room at the time. So this is already going to be like a badly kept secret, most likely, because a bunch of different No Jumper employees are in there. And so we talk about it afterwards, and me and House Phone talk about it. We get on the phone. And I do want to also clarify, because apparently it was said that people were laughing in the background of my conversation with him. 100% not true. I was in my office with the door closed. There might have been people making noise outside the office, because I do kind of remember this being like a loud, hectic day.
Adam,
but
that right there, you shouldn't even mention that part at all, Adam, because you still in the wrong, because this is your business, and you put out the podcast. You ain't have to put it out at all. And you could have reviewed that clip that everybody is talking about, where Danny Mullen said his name. He clearly said his name. That's crazy. You got to take some type of accountability, man. Even if he assumed that he heard laughing in the back. You don't even have to mention that. It's like you trying to avoid taking accountability of that. For real.
Stop the cap.
The idea that anybody
and I like you, Adam.
Making a joke about this.
I really respect you.
That's
and your platform.
True. Anyway, I talked to House Phone, and I realized pretty quickly that he's really not feeling this coming out. And at this point, I'm kind of starting to sense like, oh, there must be some truth to this or whatever, because otherwise, why would he be so concerned about it? So pretty quickly, I talked to the editing team, and I have all the screenshots and prove this and everything, and I basically just tell them like, yo, this is this can't happen. I know it seemed kind of funny when we were talking about it and everything, but we got to edit it all out. And I feel like I made myself clear too that I didn't want to just like bleep the name, because there would be too many like identifying characteristics when I'm talking about how this is somebody that I've known for such a long time and yada yada. It would just be like, I didn't want to create this like guessing game of who we were talking about or anything like that. So I said, let's just chop out the whole part where he got discussed. And that, honestly, if it was like an hour and a half long podcast, that might have been like 10 different moments in the podcast. Mikey, can you confirm that there was like a lot of, because you were taking notes of each different time that he got mentioned during it, because you anticipated that we were going to edit this out, right?
There was a moment that happened about 10 minutes in where basically me, Adam, and
so you the editor, and you didn't edit out the last clip that they unloaded. Like, seriously? I don't know. Do you think House Phone should do that? I don't know. Because at the end of the day, it's tricky. It's a wobbler, like Smack say. But yeesh.
On the podcast,
that's crazy.
Looked at each other and kind of like gave a visual cue.
I hope y'all could.
Let's make sure to know all.
Repair this, because all y'all homies and all y'all co-workers and everything.
His name was mentioned. At some point, Adam changes the subject, and the subject is gone. Lush can attest to this.
I saw the whole unedited clip.
So,
you are really tapped in, my friend. You're getting all the extras.
So basically, there was proof that one, Adam didn't know that this was going to happen. That whoever was going to say his name. Also, every time his name was taken out, like it was taken.
But y'all should have just, at this point, y'all should take the whole thing down.
Whatever.
Adam did try to steer the convo away from it, like in his typical fashion, but the Gracie and Danny kept kind of.
They were trying to avoid the name.
He doesn't even know
Jesus
that me and
Christ.
already had a conversation about this. He doesn't know how sensitive this is going to be. Also, he's white. He doesn't understand the fact that this is probably going to like be more of a thing for House Phone than it would be if fucking Danny banged Gracie Jane. Everybody would get over it in like 12 hours because nobody would be all that surprised, right?
He probably did.
Yeah. I'm not
He's a
counting.
comedian, you know what I mean? It's like he doesn't understand those barriers. Where, like with his friends, all jokes go basically.
And he had no context leading up to this because he was hearing this.
All comedians don't do
To
that.
him, House
Andrew
Phone
Schultz wouldn't do
fucking
that.
guy knows, and he's not thinking that we're going to edit it out until I start saying we're going to edit this out. At which point she gets fucking super mad too. So in my head also, and I think I said this in one of the screenshots, but I'm like, knowing this can't be a simple situation because if we don't put the podcast out, she's going to get so fucking mad that she came and did this.
I mean,
podcast
even to
without
some degree,
being released.
even to some degree,
That she was going to expose it because she had already exposed
Even
it.
to some degree.
Real, even though like at that time,
if the person was lying,
Reddit posts about it, it wasn't really a thing.
it still shouldn't be
I
aired.
sit in on Sledge Lord, so I can tell you, like, from the beginning, she came in with this kind of energy of, like, basically trying to stand up to Adam or show Adam up or something.
Yeah. Which I understand your perspective where you're saying that.
And you can't be putting weird trans memes on your fucking story right now.
not a trans meme.
But I saw it, and I'm just saying, with the current context, everybody's going to think that you're poking the fucking bear.
I just saw a UA Hardful post that apparently, what's it called? Men can have periods now. And I was like, that was a shocker to me. I've been alive for,
I know, I'm just saying, like, given the current climate.
Okay, well,
Shouts to you ain't hard food.
UA Hardful's hilarious.
No, everybody posted that.
But like you were saying, it's like from her perspective, it's like I guess if you were in her shoes and you hooked up with some dude, you probably feel some type of way that he doesn't want to take accountability that he did something with you, if something may have happened. But also, I feel like it is really weird and like shows your character to be like trying to out people, for no fucking reason.
Facts.
Like, what is it for?
Facts.
Remove the fact that she's trans for a second. Let's say it's
Just a woman.
born woman. Even if that were the case, why are you going out of your way? Like, that's still not cool.
Exactly.
Like, this dude has a girlfriend, you know what I mean?
That
Like,
girl did that, got on a podcast, was like, oh, by the way, I did this with Lush a long time ago. You're
Yeah.
like, dude,
Yeah, that's
why
whack.
are you talking about
That's
that?
whack.
lame regardless.
And House One is a host on the channel, but to put in perspective, we had a girl on Patreon the other day who said, do you want me to tell a bunch of stories about Drake? And I was like, no, that's fine. Like, we've done enough of that. We already had Selena Powell. We already had the GOAT. We're not really like in the business of exposing people.
But that's not a good track record. That's not a good track record because your channel is basically kind of seem like known for our people.
We have the conversation. I tell the whole editing team, and right now I'd like to go to the first screenshot here. Okay, here's the conversation. This is pretty soon after we filmed the Sledge's episode. Adam says, yeah, can we try and edit it? LOL, he's not stoked. Michael says, got it, I'll work on that. And then this is much later. This is after it gets released. So fast forward into the future, I say, people commenting, acting like House Phone got exposed at the end of the pod. Michael said there's a part where Danny says his name while Gracie is talking, and you can sort of hear Danny say it, since the timestamp. Let's go to the next one, Josh. Okay, this one. So this is before it was released. I tell them, or I tell Bossa in this case, I feel like we got to cut like all of the shit about phone. Like, it's really funny, but I feel like we got to just chop anything where she's talking about whatever. Bossa says, yeah, for sure, agreed. I say, and then he says, we censored the audio every time his name came up, but it's still got the stories, which is kind of untasteful because I feel like people are going to figure it out eventually. I say, yeah, I just want to cut all of it.
Okay.
So this is my motivation for people who are putting.
Man, that's cool, but still.
House Phone for views. I never would have thought that this was the kind of thing that would get a lot of
Well,
views.
you may not have
I feel
one
like
too,
it's getting a
but
lot of
Danny
views
damn
right
sure
now. It's
was.
the kind of thing that basically the only people who care about it are like super hardcore No Jumper fans that are going to watch anything that we fucking do anyway, right? Like the Blueface is an example of something that we might do for views, get this fucking crazy ass chick on the podcast. That makes sense. But when you're looking at this, you see that my intention was to cut all of it. So what were you saying, Mike?
Yeah, so around this same time, if you want to go to my email, I emailed Bossa personally on my own, saying that I watched over the clip. I think it's the other one. Yeah, it's this one right here. So I hit up Bossa. This is 1:11 a.m. the night after, like the night after the Sledge Wars thing. I hit him up. I tell him, yo, man, the interview's about an hour, 30 minutes long. I can cut it down to 1:13, removing everything that has to do with House Phone. And like, I don't really want to say what was in there, but there's something about us going to a studio together, whatever. All that stuff was gone. Because I really didn't want to.
Honestly, you ain't got to talk about that part.
There. House phone's like one of the closest homies I got here. One of the first people like to even like really talk to me like that. So like I was going out of my way to like try my best to get all this shit out. The next day, Adam hits me up telling me the same thing, like basically saying this to me, like take everything out. I'm like, yeah, got it. We talked about shortening the clip, blah blah blah, and I go through the entire thing like 2 times. One time the original time, second time when I do my second edit. And I do this thing. If you have Premiere, you know you can like outlay the text to hear, like to see like what they're saying, whatever.
Like the same thing as on those Instagram videos.
The same shit. That exact same. I do that to find every instance of House Phone's name, cut it all out, whatever. The only and like this is my mistake, and like, you know, I mean, I know I'm gonna get a lot of shit online and whatever for fucking up. But my mistake was there is a moment where she is talking and Danny says the name under his breath where like it's barely caught. It didn't get caught on the text thing. I didn't catch it. So that was basically the fuck up there.
Like honest mistake.
And the thing about that too is that it's like if my intention was to expose House Phone and put something out there about him, why? Like, trust me, I was there for the whole conversation. If I wanted to leave it anything, if I thought that there was,
all right. It's a long clip. I wanted to finish it, but I might finish it eventually and see what's being said. But y'all get the drift of it. I mean, it's just messy. It's just a messy situation. And the thing is, y'all could have just canned it. Or when people started talking about it in the comments or whatever case, you could just cleared it right then before it got a couple days later. You could have just canned that whole shit. Yeah. Sometimes you want to just continue and actually get the money out the views and all that type of stuff, but it's just a tricky situation. Just a tricky situation. Hoping they can get this figured out and swash everything and get it together and all that. But you got to understand how House Phone is feeling. You really got to understand how he's feeling. It's like, damn. I mean, y'all did this to Flacco, then you did it to me, then, I mean, just a whole bunch of tricky stuff. It's like, it just messy. It's just messy. Jesus Christ. Like, seriously. But hopefully, like I said, hopefully they can move past this and nothing will break up their team or anything like that. But, I mean, you got to understand how House Phone is feeling. And you got to respect how he's feeling. He's feeling betrayed on all angles. Like, the editing team, the owner, the employer, his best friend, just everybody that's surrounding. I mean, the person that tried to out him. I mean, well, not try to out him, but out him. That's whack. That's whack. I mean, at that point, you probably could have just stopped the interview and be like, yo, come on. We can't do this interview if that's what this is going to be about. And the thing is, I'm pretty sure she might have been mentioning something alluding to that before y'all started the podcast. But hey, I mean, tricky situation. I don't know. But hey, like, comment, subscribe to Who is Q on Backyard TV. Go do that. Go do that. Do that. Don't be no hater. Don't be no hater. But for another video, we gotta go. Go right here, subscribe. Right there to the playlist. And the videos that's there. The most recent. To another video, we gotta go. Holla at you, boy.